Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and what is going to be our first arena video. I'm working on like a review and stuff like that, but I still got more work I want to put into it. But we've got an update and some changes, some patch changes that I want to get out to you guys. So let's get into that and get you guys informed. So you can see this all for yourself. I'll throw up the link below, but on their website, they got the patch notes, just the changes and stuff like that. First big one, the one everybody's asking for, the volume of the announcer has been reduced. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but any reduction's a good thing. Probably people are going to still ask for more because a lot of people just want it removed altogether. But the volume has been reduced, so that's a step in the right direction with audio. There's still a lot of issues with audio as far as volume levels between the different types of sounds that I think need to be adjusted, because legit sometimes I can't even tell if I'm shooting a gun because all the other audio is completely drowning that out. But good change nonetheless. Golden Star has been replaced with Vaseline and all preset kits. Cool change. Some of them had Golden Star. It sucked because it takes the Golden Star time to use is so long that it just kind of really sucks to use. So that's all been changed to Vaseline now, which I think is a good change. Now, as far as the presets, we'll go through here, but more importantly, I'm going to go through them on the actual game. I won't have the patch notes up. I'll just read them off as we're going through it, and we'll go through with what each of them are. Let me get my screen set up here real quick. So presets, as far as we've got here, the Agent, that is the first one. That's going to be under Scout. This one was nerfed. You used to have a class 3, kind of a beat up class 3 armor. Now you just have a rig and no armor. So nothing else changed, but no armor. So you're gonna be kind of more of a glass cannon. The class 3 didn't really hold up to much, but it was still better than nothing with some of the buckshot and the flesh damage rounds that are out there. But that is gone now. All you have is your bare naked self unless you pick up somebody else's armor. Next up is the Coulter kit, which is in the assault kit. Let me get up there real quick and find it. Okay, so it's right here. Og kit, this actually got a pretty decent armor buff. You went from having a trooper to a full class 5 now, the HPC. So that's actually a pretty substantial buff, especially in this kind of weight range. It puts you on par with a lot of the other classes. Having only a class 4 was kind of, I don't want to say under geared, but you were lighter armored than most other folks. And for assault class that's supposed to be fighting up close, I guess, that didn't really fit in well. Next up is Surf in the Marksman. This one ended up being a mag nerf and a light nerf. So you used to have a flashlight on the pistol here. They took that off. A lot of people were just taking it off and putting it on the VSS. So you can't do that anymore. They also took away one of your mags. So instead of having 4 mags, you only have 3. So that is the slight buff there. I think that's partially a product of even the tournament, because a lot of guys were running the VSS in the tournament and they were running it kind of like an assault class because the VSS with SP6 just hits so good. Now the next one up is in CQB. It's the Zenith. It said Zenith in the patch notes. I think they just forgot the H in there, but it's 100% this kit. They removed the flashlight from the pistol and the flashlight from the AK-105, so you don't have a light anymore. But they did replace it with a Purse 3 tactical device, so you can still have a laser, but you just don't get the flashlights anymore, which is a nerf. Kind of pull this kit back down a little. It was pretty overpowered having a light and an Alton and a class 5, as well as having BT ammo. So that has been dialed back. Next up is Stiletto, which a lot of people know what this class is because it's frustrating to fight against if you're lower level. It's the AP-20 shotgun class. This actually got a buff, and it's a product of this kit kind of sits on a knife's edge. It's either overpowered or underpowered, because you're either fighting people that you one-tap or people that you've got to shoot like 4 times with a shotgun to kill. At least that was my experience with it. Still a good kit, but it's wildly one way or the other. It's not incredibly like middle of the road. You do okay with it. But the buffs they added a Glock mag. Doesn't sound like much, but the pistols can come in handy. And they added 1 mag and they gave you a better Glock preset, so a higher level Glock. Though I don't know how much that actually matters. And then more importantly, you get a Tri-Hawk prism scope, which some people might laugh about, but being able to have AP-20 and shoot this thing at a distance now is actually a pretty significant buff for the class, to be more accurate with those longer range shots with this shotgun. It actually kind of turns it into a quasi sniper almost. Even though AP-20 is not incredibly accurate, it'll still do the trick on most of the arena maps. Also in the assault, which is where a lot of these changes happened, it shows you kind of where people are playing, I think, is the Lance kit. This is quite a ways down. Not a lot of people have it yet, but it is a powerful class. We saw it at TwitchCon. We've seen people using the MDR. It had M62. Now it only has M80, so that's a nerf. And then the armor nerf, they lowered the TAC rig from a 50 out of 50 to a 40 out of 50. So it's essentially like one shot into it is going to give you a class 5 protection. But after that, it's going to go to a class 4 pretty quickly. So that's kind of how that nerf works on the armor durabilities. Then we've got the Blackjack in CQB, which this is probably one of the most despised kits in the game. People hate running into this. The nerf is a nerf. It's an ammo nerf. They went from SOST to the RLP, which it's a reduction in penetration. With this kit, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I don't think we'll see. It might, but with a 100-round mag and being able to just basically point fire the thing with the laser, this kit is pretty powerful with its armor and its face shield and stuff in its weight range, if you will. So a little bit of a nerf, but not all that major. We'll have to just kind of wait and see how it plays out. Then also in the CQB, we have the Tacticool kit, which I think I went right by it. This got a pretty good buff, if you will. They added the UTG scope to the top of it, so now you have a red dot, essentially, whereas it was iron sights before. Made it pretty tough to use, especially if you had any kind of aim punch. It was hard to put shots on target, but with the new red dot, it should be a bit more effective for those of you headed down that path here. And then again, back to the assault. The last one we have is the Brigadier. Okay, so this kit kind of got a nerf technically, but a buff, depending on how you look at it. So it used to have 995 in these mags. The big it had 30 rounders. Those got bumped to 40, so that's obviously a buff. But the ammo went from 995 to 855A1. Personally, I would prefer to have the 855A1. I want that little bit more damage and give up that little bit of pen, especially in an HK with its fire rate and stuff like that. But that's a personal thing. You take it how you want. And then the 20 rounders, they had SSA AP, which was the really high end round. Really high pen, low damage, same kind of deal. Going from that to 995 is technically a nerf based on pen. To my mind, you're getting a little bit more damage, giving up pen. I would see that as a buff. So we'll have to see how it plays out. I think this is a good change for this kit. It's a pretty powerful kit. You don't see it a whole lot yet because there's not a lot of people this high up, but the ones that I have seen running it are pretty powerful with it. So that is where that is at. And that's it. That's the patch notes. Hope this was helpful. Hope you guys do it as these, hopefully they trickle these out fast and they make the tweaks and they adjust things and I can get the information out to you guys. And more importantly, hopefully you guys can start to get into Arena. As of this morning or this afternoon earlier, I guess, BSG said that 30% or 1/3, I forget exactly what they said, 1/3 of the player base of the applied player base is in the game now. I'm seeing people saying, when they go to their rating screen, I won't go here, but they're seeing like 50,000-60,000 people in. So that gives us a rough number of where they're headed. 150, maybe 200,000 folks, depending on how that ranking all fleshes out. So that's 48 hours plus or minus, I guess, for 1/3. So if that rate continues, this is a complete guess, but if that rate continues and they keep doing it at that pace and bringing people in, you're talking another 4, maybe 5 days, and we have everybody who applied is in Arena. Hopefully it's that fast. I really do hope you guys can get in and enjoy it, especially before the wipe that's upcoming here at the end of the month sometime. But we'll wrap her up there. Thank you guys for watching. Quick shout out to my music. Descriptions or links down in the description. It's my music made in partnership with Loy Records. I own the rights to it. I share the rights with them to it. We make it for the community. It does help me out when you listen to it. It's good lo-fi music to listen to. I listen to it on stream and stuff, but it's also available for content creators to use in their content, their streams and their YouTube videos without the fear of DMC takedowns or copyright strikes. That's what we made it for, was the community to use and not have to worry about all that nonsense of the big record labels. So it's there. Go check it out. Check out the link. Let me know if you like the music or not. But otherwise, appreciate it. Don't forget that like button. Subscribe for more content. We'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck in Tarkov and Arena when you get in there. Thanks, guys. See ya.